consider this video one giant spoiler. If you do not want to see what happens every time you level up the new syndicate, I would suggest not watching this, because we're about to play what happens every time you level up the syndicate all the way to max level, and then at the end of it, I'm going to talk about what just happened, criticise Digital Extreme for a few things, though I may actually cut a lot of that out, but yeah, all the way up until max rank. What they don't give you as a reward at max rank, which was a surprise, and just consider this a very early spoiler warning. So let's just jump straight into this and get straight into this.
The closer we came to the jump, the crazier it got.
I remember how everything changed when the agricultural biomes were hit.
And the people celebrated. Everyone thought we'd be going back home.
But it just made the Orokin more determined.
I thought I was saving us all when I sabotaged the biomes. But then the children began to starve.
You don't blame the animal for gnawing its own leg off. You blame whoever set the trap.
I rounded the dissenters up, made an example of the ringleaders.
You went about it like you were herding animals.
I had my orders. Your orders. You may not have been Orokin, you pious bastard, but you were damn close. Liaison to the Expeditionary Command, bearer of the Crystal Index.
My tablet. A swipe of my finger across a name, and the ship gained a new cephalon.
The children barricaded themselves in. The parents were insane, feral.
But not us. And we couldn't forget our guilt.
So we tried to save the children.
I, watched the parents tear you to pieces, Hombask.
Then when they threw themselves on you, you blew yourself up. And Quinn, the children didn't understand he was a friend. They blasted him to ash.
And you?
An honor I did not deserve. I awarded myself the Jade Light.
Quinn is dead. Whatever guilt he bore should have died with him. So why does it still burn?
Because we're not finished here. None of us.
If we're talking redemption, seems to me the dying's the easy part.
So this is our fate. Living out every day in a pantomime of contrition?
What? Like you got something better to do? Quinn, wake up. Look at us. We're back to how we were. This ain't just a second chance. It's an eternity of second chances.
Perhaps. Yes. Blame lingers, but so does duty. And who is to say that is not why we were recreated? The indifference has awoken, and all of the Void's creations must find a light. Even ones we thought lost, in another time. Let eternity be our horizon. Until then, we shall hold fast.
And just like that, you will notice the faces are now kind of clear of all angelness. So what this basically means is, well, I have misplaced your accolades. Well, I can't access this to give you one anyway, if I had one, and even if I could, we can't do anything with it. And look at all of the food and shoes and things just laying around, as well as lights. There is a lot that little cinematic thing, as we went on has left unexplained more than it has left explained. Like, why is your face now completely clear of angelness? When, I mean, if we could have been healing the angels this whole time, why have we been taking them out? Should we not have figured out how we healed these people who are dead? They are reincarnations of themselves?
Used to this.
That being said, yeah. The operator has died on several occasions, so void magic brought them back, and they were trying to help people, which is what got them killed to begin with, and we can really go down the rabbit hole of... Think about it. The Drifter is... And I mentioned spoilers at the beginning of this, so don't get on to me about this one. The Drifter is technically from an alternate timeline where the operator wasn't saved. So the Drifter is in fact the operator, but from a different timeline. Which is why the last part where they go on about they have an eternity to do things and they're from different timelines, and yeah, that could have massive things to do with the fact that the ship is plugging a hole in the void, and I'm probably going to be best off going all the way. Really want to say down here so we can actually see it properly, but this stupid board's in the way and we can't decorate this out of the way. And we can't get round it to actually be able to see what is probably the best viewpoint of the end of the ship going into the void. But at the same time, we can't really see that well to begin with, because, yeah, that's imagery that is available, but is pretty hard to actually find. So the Drifter, they make a lot of references here to different timelines, them being destroyed by, well, the operator turned them to ash. That would be using their abilities. He blew himself up, they say. So does that mean the adults also got some abilities because he blew himself up? Or did he use something else to blow himself up with? Didn't really answer that, so it's another one of those... It's a nice little touch to the story mode, but there's still so much left unanswered. And a lot of it is... How do I put this, because I'm technically recording this after the part that's about to play. A lot of it is unanswered. But with that, I think we'll leave this off here, mainly because they're all dead. And they talk about how they died, why they died, the biomes being destroyed, mass murder of people in here due to lack of food, and oh, it gets kind of gory quickly. But I would just kind of ignore the creator mode for this, simply because, like Teshin, in case you didn't know, even with the creator mode turned on that's supposed to hide some spoilers, Teshin has been a smoke cloud for the past 5 months, and they will not fix this after many people have mentioned it. I turned it back on, and now they have Reflecto face. Only some of them. He's probably the worst. You can see it's tried to put it back, but it's failed miserably. And I'm not turning it back off because we went down this road a long time ago, and I'm just going to leave most major spoilers gone. For now, I'm going to have to hit a point where I have to turn that off because that Reflector face looks weird, and it hasn't returned the silver side anyway, so that's just pointless having turned on. But there is a lot of different things you can take from the story that comes from this, like the fact he can, with a swipe of his hand, turn somebody on his tablet into a Cephalon. Would that happen to be this tablet right here? And who are all of these people still on it? Is that the crew of the Zariman? Is there more to come from the Zariman? I really, really hope so. Because I want to call this a great start to possible expansions. because I get into that more soon. Because I found something yesterday that answered a lot of questions, but raised a lot more. So that will be coming soon, and with that, we'll kind of leave this off here. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.